Nityanandam. This is Ma Kalikananda, and I want to share today with you about the greatest miracle which has happened in my life. That is my master, Paramahamsa Nityananda. And I want to share a little bit about my background. I come from of course, an Indian background, brought up in a Hindu very religious family, and we've been brought up in the middle of religion where so many rituals used to be there in the families, traditions were there, pujas were there, and I can tell you one thing is I never even understood what our Indian Vedic culture, what it means, what is it for, why am I doing. In fact, even if I would ask anybody in my family, nobody would even be able to explain why we are doing, and there was no understanding in me. And as I grew up slowly, even though the upbringing was so beautiful, where we were given the understanding of the greatest epics, the greatest happenings which have happened, like Mahabharata and Ramayana, all the greatest incarnations, I didn't even understand, didn't even relate. For me, God was just a concept. I didn't even know how to relate with God. I just knew that this is my life and there is nobody for me. I need to take care of myself. I'm alone. I just have to handle my life. And that led me to take very strong steps in my career. That you can say, for the so-called outer world, I became a high achiever. I moved to the US. I studied the highest, best education. Whatever I wanted in life, I got. But never, ever I could really relate with the real beauty, the glorious tradition of India. And as an Indian youth, I think it is a worst situation any youth can go through. Belonging from that greatest tradition, over tens of thousands plus 90,000 years of tradition which we carry, right from Shiva's time, which our master beautifully says, that we never even have that understanding. And what really happened is, when I met Swamiji back in 2009, in fact much before that I got connected to him in 2007, I really understood what it means to belong to this rich Vedic tradition. Something which I became literally a cultural orphan, identity-less orphan. Where I moved to the US, I did not know where is my root, and I tell you honestly, I even imitated the Western so-called culture to belong and fit in with that society, with that MNC-based culture. But nothing, nowhere. In fact, I even lost respect for that. Doing these great things like connecting with deities and all these great tradition which we carry, I had no understanding. But it is only with Swamiji, only with the greatest incarnation which has happened and landed in the youth body just for the youth, is to revive this great Vedic tradition, which is really the diamond, the gem, the very work of thousands and thousands, tens and thousands years of research and development of our Vedic rishis, who worked so hard to give this great thing back to the next generation, which is the youth. But we lost it, and it is now Swamiji, with his grace, with his profound deep teachings, he is teaching the greatest teachings which you will find in your scriptures and Upanishads, which nobody will be able to explain to you, but he is just putting it in such a simple, beautiful language, and they are the most practical solutions for our life, which no management education, which no leadership course, no professional development program, nothing can give you that, because it is straight away coming from an enlightened consciousness. And Swamiji is here in the body, the greatest incarnation, and I invite each youth to become part of this revival of the authentic Vedic renaissance happening with Paramahamsa Nityananda, and realize your very roots, because only when you realize your roots, which is spirituality, you will become a complete being. You will just flower into enlightenment, into your highest potential. Only then we'll have success. So nothing else will bring success to us unless we are grounded deeply into spirituality, and that is what Swamiji is here to share with us. So all the youth, all the new generation, just come on and be along with the greatest youth icon, Paramahamsa Nityananda. Thank you so much for listening. Nityananda.